Hey everybody, welcome to another Cult Movie Tuesday right here on Night Owl Video. Today I am talking about an old movie. Yes, we're going way back in the vaults to 1955. This is It Came From Beneath the Sea. Yes, truly terrifying. I guess I could have saved this for Fright Friday, but I chose this for today. This coming Friday, though, I am doing The Final Destination, which is the fourth installment in the Final Destination series. So that's coming this Friday on Fright Friday. And I also have a very tiny thrifting video, which will be out tomorrow. But don't get too excited because I only found one DVD and I think 4 or 5 Blu-rays. Lately the thrifting has not been good. The thrifting force is not with me lately. So, but today we are talking about this cool movie. I picked this up actually over Easter break. I featured this on one of my thrifting hauls for my Easter break. This was a movie that I found in a different province when I was visiting my family for Easter, and it was cool to find this one because I found this in Point Blank, both on the same day, which was a Friday, and the shelves had not been restocked because normally at Value Village, I don't think they stock before the weekend. So it was really kind of a blessing to find these because they didn't get picked up. So I was happy to find it. So this film is a sci-fi monster movie which came out in 1955. It was directed by a person named Robert Gordon, who most of his credits are for television as a director. I couldn't really find any other movies that I recognized, so we'll just leave it at that. This stars Kenneth Tobey, who was also in Thing from Another World, Walking Tall, and also a movie I reviewed not that long ago called The Howling. This also has Faith Domergue, who was also in This Island Earth, which is another movie I picked up recently, as well as like a ton of TV shows. And also Donald Curtis, who was in Spellbound, the Alfred Hitchcock film, as well as Earth versus the Flying Saucers, another excellent movie that I would love to add to my collection, but I never see that one around. So the synopsis for this film is, while on a routine mission, Commander Pete Matthews, played by Kenneth Tobey, runs into trouble when his submarine is nearly sunk by an unknown creature. Back at base in Pearl Harbor, Dr. John Carter, played by Donald Curtis, and Professor Leslie Joyce, played by the ever-lovely Faith Domergue, identify the beast as a giant octopus from the nether reaches of the Mindanao Deep. Mindanao Deep. Don't know how to pronounce that. Which has been awakened by nearby nuclear testing. Radioactive and monstrously huge, the rampaging Leviathan is headed towards the North American Pacific coast. So this is like your old school Pacific Rim. This is like, I mean, there's no giant robots to fight off the threat, but this is, this is the how would you say that, the early phases of before it became like the kaiju kind of thing. But this is a giant monster attacking San Francisco, I think it was. So that's your synopsis for the film. Clear as mud, right? The film was made by producer Charles Schneer under the supervision of Sam Katzman, who had a B picture unit at Columbia. Schneer, that's Charles Schneer, said the idea for the film was inspired by the first explosion of the hydrogen bomb in the Marshall Islands, saying he felt if some creature came out of the deep and then destroyed the Golden Gate Bridge, that would be a hell of a film. That was a quotation, by the way. The title was inspired by Universal's science fiction hit It Came From Outer Space. Schneer had been impressed by the effects for The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms and hired Ray Harryhausen. That's right. And I think, does it say on the front here? Yeah, it says, now I don't really understand this because it says Ray Harryhausen presents for the first time in color. So maybe Ray Harryhausen oversaw the colorization of this black and white film. But I thought it was weird that his name was on the front and not Robert Gordon. But I don't know. Where I lost my place. Charles Schneer said, quote, "I don't think I would have made that type of picture if I hadn't been able to get Ray to do the special effects," unquote. Much of the filming was done in the San Francisco Naval Shipyard, including scenes aboard a submarine, and several naval personnel were giving support roles. So I thought that was kind of cool. To keep shooting low, director Robert Gordon shot inside an actual submarine, both above and below water, using handheld cameras. There was something funny here that I was gonna. Oh yeah, this is quite funny. I just learned this today when I was doing my my notes. But it says, for a scene that takes place on a stretch of Pacific coastline, Gordon and his crew dumped several truckloads of sand onto a soundstage in Colombia, which they backed with a rear projection screen. During their scene together, Kenneth Tobey found himself sinking through the sand to the point of appearing shorter than Faith Domergue on camera, forcing him to dig himself out of the hole between every take. So I thought that was really funny. I mean, how would you know this stuff? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's I found this off Wikipedia, but maybe it's on the director's commentary. But let's see. When animator Ray Harryhausen's special effects were budgeted, studio head Sam Katzman allowed Harryhausen only enough money for animating 6 of the octopus's 8 tentacles. 2 were eliminated on the final shooting miniature. Harryhausen jokingly gave the giant octopus the name Sixtopus. For the scenes where a single tentacle is seen moving on the screen, Harryhausen used a large model tentacle instead of employing the complete stop-motion animation. So it's a sixtopus. Some of the later Golden Gate Bridge scenes employ a shooting miniature of a bridge support. These were composited in post-production over live footage of the real support. There was also, so then Schneer was refused permission to shoot on the Golden Gate Bridge. So what he did was he put a camera on the back of a truck, as a bakery truck, and he drove it back and forth while filming the bridge several times to get the footage that he needed. So that's guerrilla filmmaking before that was even a thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. This film, It Came From Beneath the Sea, was teamed on a theatrical release double bill with Columbia's Creature with the Atom Brain, which is one I have not seen. This film's success led to Ray Harryhausen collaborating again with Schneer for Earth versus the Flying Saucers the following year. Like I said earlier, that's one I'm definitely on the hunt for. I've seen it online, or I've seen it on one of the apps on my TV, but I don't own it. But I'd love to find that movie. I love that movie. And the special effects in that one are really, really good too. So this movie got kind of a mixed bag of reviews when it came out. It currently has a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. Some critics complained that you had to wait way too long into the film before the monster actually shows up, which I kind of agree with a little bit. One critic said it felt more like a military training video as opposed to a monster movie. On the other hand, beloved film critic Leonard Maltin called the special effects breathtaking. So now, you can go on YouTube and watch the clips of the sixtopus coming out of the water, and like it is really, really cool. But I do have to. So my thoughts on this film: fun, campy, definitely a little slow on the pacing. Just so you know, the monster doesn't show up until he makes a little appearance there about, I don't know, halfway through. But you really have to wait for the end, which isn't uncommon for these types of movies, but you do have to wait till the end to really get the amazing special effects with the Harryhausen stop motion. If you love old school movies, if you love Ray Harryhausen, if you love the monster that grew 100 times larger because of some nuclear radiation, if you like all that stuff, if you like cheesy like 50s romance, there's a weird like love triangle that kind of takes place in this film, which is weird. Sometimes feels really awkward, but if you like all that stuff, especially if you like old monster movies, you're gonna love this one. Like no doubt about it. This is a really cool one. like I said earlier, I don't know if Ray Harryhausen. It says Ray Harryhausen presents for the first time in color. It came from Beneath the Sea, so he must have overseen the colorization, and I know they colorized a bunch of his movies from this era, kind of like in the early 2000s. This edition came out in 2007, so I think it was just before that they went back and colorized. And Harryhausen got to see those movies before he passed away, rest in peace, which was cool. He was in the, there is some, well, I'll talk about it in a minute, but there are some videos with him on here. And he was really excited to see them colorized because he was saying in the video that back in the day they had to shoot these in black and white because they didn't have enough money to do color movies. So to go back and be able to colorize these all those years later, I think he was really, really thrilled. And that was really cool to see. This edition is really cool. I was actually admiring the disc art this morning when I was preparing for this review. So you can kind of see the cool kind of cartoon artwork that's there. And then on the second disc, there's the octopus, aka Sixtopus, coming up over the buildings. But yeah, this is really cool. There's a lady there. She looks really, really scared. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, I feel like if I was in that position, I'd be really scared too. Seeing those giant tentacles coming over the thing right there. So yeah, this is a really awesome edition. I'm so happy I found this. And I didn't say it at the beginning, but this was actually a first-time watch for me. I'd never seen this one. I might have seen clips of it, like in a documentary or something, but I never actually saw the movie. This is a newly remastered 2-disc set. Disc 1 is the feature film in black and white or in color. It has audio commentary with Ray Harryhausen, visual effects artist Randall William Cook, and John Bruno and Arnold Kunert. Disc 2 is Remembering It Came from the Sea, which is a cool documentary. The coolest thing on here, which I may have mentioned when I was doing my thrifting haul, is it has a video of Tim Burton interviewing Ray Harryhausen about this movie and about his artistry. And that was really cool to watch because Tim Burton was totally geeking out talking to Ray Harryhausen, and it was such a cool thing to watch. I just was smiling through the whole thing. It was really cool. This also has David Schechter on film music's unsung hero. A present day look at stop motion. It also has a digital comic book on here. It Came from the Sea again. It also has video, photo galleries, and original ad artwork. So yeah, it's really cool. I watched, I think, most of the special features on this, and it was really cool. This movie is 79 minutes. Cute. I mean, it's in color or black and white. It's rated general in Canada. This is a Region 1 DVD. This, like I said, this came out in 2007. The film came out in 1955. This is a Sony Pictures, Columbia Pictures DVD release. I don't know how common this is. I've never actually seen this around up until Easter when I picked it up, but really happy to add this to the collection. And like I said, if you like monster movies, like if you like the monster, the animal that grew 100 times its size because of radiation, and this is your jam. You can currently rent this as of the recording of this video. You can rent this on Apple TV and YouTube, but you cannot stream it anywhere. You know, this is why I'm doing this whole thing, you know, because you gotta hold on to your DVDs and your VHS and your Blu-rays, because these companies are taking this stuff away and you're never going to see it again. So if you see this out in the wild, pick it up because you cannot stream this anywhere. You can watch clips of it on YouTube, like I said. But anyway, that's my thoughts on It Came from Beneath the Sea. What did you think of this film? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Give me the thumbs up if you like this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Follow me over on Instagram at Night Owl Video. And until next time, I will see you at the video store, or the thrift store, or maybe on the Golden Gate Bridge fighting off some giant sixtopus. Who knows? But until next time, take good care of yourselves. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed recently. I'm now up to 210 subscribers. So amazing. Thank you to everybody who has decided to follow me on this weird movie physical media journey. Anyway, until next time, take good care. Bye.